Hello, fellow YouTubers. It's Star Gemini here. I guess that'll be my name for now. Well, I'm here to tell you about this awesome thing called Celtx. It's a script making program for Windows. They also have a website for it. It's pretty nice. Well, anyways, I'm just here to tell you a tutorial features of it. I'm sorry I don't really have a computer that's working right now that it's actually mine, so you'll have to try to follow me. I'll try to go as slow as I can in explaining this to you. So, what is Celtx? Let's start with that. Well, Celtx, as I just said, is a script making tool for movies, audio, songs, even books. Yeah, books. It's weird, but you can really do a lot of things with Celtx. It's a nice program. And yeah, so let's get started. So if you go to the website, Celtx.com, CELTX.com, one more time, that's CELTX.com, or you can just look it up on Google. If you don't know how to spell it, it should be, once you type in CELT, it should be like one of the first 3 results that show up in the Google Instant Search. So what you do is you go there, right? You have to sign up for an account first to make things online, but I'll explain the program itself later once I find the program and a working computer. So let's do the website right now. First thing we'll do is we'll go through all the different types of, I don't know, what would you call them? Like, we have 6 or 7 things. We have scene heading, which is basically putting a setting on the script, like setting a scene for either exterior, interior, whether it's outside or inside, the specific place, like say a restaurant or house, apartment, or just a field. Let's say an open field is our setting for this example scene, I guess. So after you put the inside or outside, which would be in this case outside, exterior, you do ext dot, then what you're going to call it, or what's going to be dot field. So far we have ext dot field, and then you put another period, so it's ext dot field dot, and then you put, if it's exterior, you need to put something. If interior, you just need interior dot whatever. So exterior, the third one, for exterior, put time of day. So it's either morning, day, night, or afternoon. Let's say it's a field in the day, like midday, noon, when the sun's up in the sky all the way. So you just do ext, as I said, we're using a field, so we'll do dot field, dot day. It's simple as that, but we're going to get into some more difficult stuff. Alright, now once you do that, you press enter. It should say shot, if I'm correct. So for a shot, you can do a cut or a fade. Those are the 2 basic things you can do. You can do more, but not yet. We're not going to do that yet. So a cut basically means it starts on the scene, and then when you say cut to, whatever, it cuts to that shot, like that movie clip or picture or something. And then there's fade, which is pretty obvious. Fade to whatever. It'll just go from one, it'll fade to the other. It's a really good transition, but cutting is important for when you have to go somewhere immediately, like an important detail or something. Well, if you press tab from that, let's say you don't want a shot, you can press tab to switch between the 6 things. Scene heading, which you've described, shot, which I just described, character, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's a character in the movie or film, book, audio, whatever. And you can also pick dialogue, which is what the character above that dialogue is saying. And then they have parenthetical, which is like showing actions, like this is like parentheses, and then whatever's in here is the action the character's doing. Alright, well, a 6th thing I believe is, I just think that's about it, but I'll describe everything in detail, everything after the shot. Okay, so let's start with the character. character's pretty easy. The character function's easy to use. It's self-explanatory, basically. You just click on the drop-down menu on the top left, up here somewhere in the Celtx. It's right above the scripts, so it's easy access. Or you can just press tab to cycle through them. So pretty sure there are only 5 things. If I'm wrong, don't hate. Alright, because, haters gonna hate, but who cares about that? So just don't try to troll me over it, because I don't get trolled easily. Alright, so, let's talk about dialogue. This is arguably one of the hardest parts of the movie, aside from coming up with names for the characters. It's creating dialogue for those characters. Maybe that's even harder, but it depends on how skilled you are at making film scripts. Alright, so dialogue. Let's just say, here's an easy one. How about we have a character named Bill, and he's reading he's reading a book out loud to his children. Let's say he's just reading, I don't know, part of Romeo and Juliet to his kids. I don't know, just making it random, I guess. So his dialogue, say he's reading something, and you can put a parenthetical that says reading, which basically you can put a parenthetical in dialogue, and then after it you put the dialogue. So let's say parenthetical reading. So he's just normal action. You can say reading, walking, whatever fits with your current situation. So let's say he's reading Romeo and Juliet, and he's reading the line, "A rose by any other name is just as sweet." So you just say parenthetical reading tab, or parenthetical reading dot, or let's say character. So you go character, type in. I think it actually capitalized the name for you, so I'll just skip all the caps and stuff. It only capitalizes the character. You have to capitalize in dialogue, so don't get all lazy on me now. Well, I said the character's name was Bill. So you use a character, Bill, enter, tab until you go to parenthetical, or just go to the drop-down menu. In parenthetical, it'll put parentheses there, so you write inside those parentheses, reading. Alright, you get that. And then you press enter again. You have to scroll out of the parentheses using the right arrow key or clicking outside of them. Enter. It should bring you to dialogue. If not, you could just do it. You could just go instantly to dialogue, and he'll be reading it. So you don't even need to put quotation marks, because you already described how he's talking. So he would say something along the lines of, he'd say it like this: "A rose by any other name is just as sweet." Just normal voice. Or acting if you feel like having it there. You after reading the parenthetical, you put acting the part. But that's that. So let's move on to the next thing. What is a parenthetical? Okay, as I described earlier, a parenthetical can be used for actions, like, let's say someone's running down a hill. Character, Bob, parenthetical, running down a hill. Parentheses. Should automatically put them there. If not, you have to do that, because maybe it might not work for some people, I don't know. Might just not be having an unlucky day. I don't know. But parentheticals can also describe the way someone's talking, or the way that they're just using their hand gestures, like this, shrugging their shoulders, whatever. You use it for actions or how they're talking. Some common parentheticals that are used are sarcastically, or like catching their breath, like for someone's running and they're trying to catch up to someone. I don't know, stuff like that. So I guess you could just experiment and see how you like it. You can save and print the dialogue. The only problem with printing is if you print it as a document, it won't show, like, it'll show where you didn't capitalize, even if when they're automatically capitalized for you. It'll just not capitalize. If you don't capitalize for the characters, their names won't be capitalized. So you might want to check that before you print it. Trust me, it's happened to me many times before. It happened for when I was in speech class, like, kind of like debates, except we speak on topics in front of the class. By the way, I hated that class. It was just so nerve-wracking. I was all nervous and stuff. But I'm here for you guys today to help you with Celtx. I hope you have a good luck in your making movies and scripts, and I'll see you later.